Hey guys, Daniel from Team Creepers here. We are back at YCS London 2019 with the legendary Matthew Mills. Matthew, you've been very consistent across the UK scene for years at this stage, and here we see you again, top 32?
Yeah, top 32 at YCS London.
So what deck were you playing this time?
I decided to play Orcust because I thought it was the best deck, and I quite liked the mirror match, and it was fast, and yeah, normally I just play really rogue decks and stuff, but I found out every time that I go to this event, there's always a load of rogue, so then I can never play the rogue decks because they lose the rogue decks. So I was like, I'll just play meta, and as it is, I just played 9 rounds of Orcust, so...
That's a lot of Orcust.
A lot of mirror matches, yeah, so good thing I'm playing that.
Were there any particular standing out rogue decks that you tested?
I mean, I've tested Altergeist and Heroes because those are my favourite decks. Don't you laugh? They're great. They're great, yeah, they're great decks. But really, I just need something consistent, and although this isn't the most consistent deck, it will get you there eventually because there's just so many plays it can do, and it's so simple. It's like playing Go Second Spiral and Zodiac. It's kind of like
right. Yeah.
So, yeah. Gets into really grind games, but yeah, we just play it.
Cool. Let's just get into the profile then.
So for start cards, played 3 Mathematician because GX is the best one, and
nice.
We also like doing maths. So he's got 15, and when he dies by battle, he draws a card. So this card's actually this card is actually the best starter because he's bigger than literally all the other starters apart from Dark Grepher, and yeah, he nails your card, so they actually have to just go out their way to get rid of it. 3 Scrap Recyclers because we're in climate change and sustainability is a big thing, so it's always important to recycle.
Right. Did you ever recycle your scrap recyclers?
I couldn't because I realised that this guy's level 3 and he has to put back level 4s. However, I did use Mathematician to send this to the graveyard because I ran out of Orcust cards.
Nice.
Yeah, I misplayed, but we got there. We got there eventually. 1 Armageddon Knight because the end's come in. Dark Grepher. This card is low-key, really, really good. I went against Vanity's Fiend. And yeah, I just reinforcement for this, and then send Nightmare to the graveyard, send a level 8, and made this 2/5 and just killed it.
Powerful. That's like a Dark Magician.
I know, it literally is. It literally is. It's also really good to just discard dark things. Foolish, this card's actually really bad. Yeah, it doesn't give you the body on the field, so it is what it is. I slide out a bit, sometimes left it in.
Did you feel a bit foolish for playing it?
I did feel a bit foolish for playing it, but the thing is, it's consistency issues, which is why I always play the Rota, just to give me 11 sort of starters.
Yeah.
Pretty much all you can play, really. Note with these, I didn't play Bombard, as you'll see with this really bad Orcust lineup. Yeah, no Bombard, just because although it plays around Ash a lot better, it means that you actually have to have one of these to actually be able to play. And if you see in these, they're not really that great to draw.
Yeah.
So and just 1 skeleton because you don't need any more.
Would you say you'd rather see these plus return rather than these plus Bombard?
Yeah, pretty much. You just don't need Bombard, it just didn't really come up. Gizmek, honestly, I probably should have played 2 of this because this card in the grind game, how the mirror works is really you're just summoning a starter, you're blocking their starter, and then you're just sort of hitting with it. Whereas if you have this is 2450, so this is a better Red Eyes Black Dragon in the grind game. That's really good.
Nice.
3 Phantasme is so fantastic, it even says it in its name. 3 Ash Blossom, because this card's my favourite hand trap. I drew 2 of these a lot. 3 Impermanence because this is better Effect Veiler. It never ever came up where I had these 2.
Right.
And every time I had this, they always had the Call by the Grave, and they're sigh.
Powerful.
Yeah, I wish that was true.
How was that hand trap lineup? Just before we go on.
These cards, they're good. It was only because I didn't have space to play more. I normally like to play sort of 12.
Right.
Which is why I also played the 3 copies of Super Polarization.
The delayed hand trap.
Yeah, that would sort of give me 12 cards to break boards. Maybe I should have played a Mind Control or something, but I just like the fact that I could stop my opponent from doing anything. These cards are just really, really strong right now. So many people just don't really think you're going to have a game 1, so you just Super Poly them. I remember going to win a lot, and I was just Super Poly and immediately picked up this card. It's sick. Nice kick. Only 2 return, just because I'm not playing Bombard. You sort of want to play 3, but you don't have enough targets for 3. So it's a card you want to play at 2.5, so I just play 2. 3 Instant Fusion because this is an FTK. Literally just go in Winder and Dingus, so you just can't lose. Even when I got super polyed, I still didn't lose because I had to spend loads of resources to get rid of it. So yeah, that's cool. 2 Cosmic Cyclone. These cards are actually just really trash. I side them out a lot. But the thing is, you have a really bad matchup against these Dacra decks because you're only normal summoning. So if you actually have these, you can have a chance if you go second.
Yeah.
Monster Reborn. This card was really good. Just reborning my opponent's Armageddon Knights after I've just negated them, and they're just like, uh-oh, I guess I lose. And then these two. Honestly, for most of the time, I actually just went for return rather than these, just to give me some advantage and recursion. But you just need time.
So you never considered playing more copies of either of them?
No. Not even this. Like you think this could come up at 2, but like because I was never ever setting this was just I wouldn't cut them, but they're good. Whatever.
Right.
Anyway, for the extra deck, for the super poly targets, we played these two. I actually only played one Salamangreat, and because he just because I wind locked him and then Nibiru'd him game 2, then yeah, I could never summon this. But this guy come up so much, I was really happy. There was one time where I just bricked and I went against Thunder Dragon, and he attacked me directly, and I was just like, okay, fine. And the next turn he just got a big board and attacked me, and I was like, super poly into this, and then he lost because I top decked a Mathematician Warning. It's okay. Winder, because this card's really, really strong.
Yeah.
Thousand Eyes. Why they call him a Thousand Eyes? He hasn't even got 1,000 eyes.
Have you counted?
I have counted, yes, but the only way they can ever defeat this is if they have prevent multiply. So because no one was playing this card, that card was really strong.
Right. Did you ever end on just in Gearsu 1,000 eyes too?
No, I used to against what was it? When we used to have Nightmare Mermaid, I used to end my boards against Striker with this and give them the Ibli, and then and then with a Sec Crescendo, and then they'd have to have multi-roll and the field spell to actually be able to play the game because they wouldn't be able to link off at all because they don't play the link ones, whatever.
Nice.
So yes, we played 3 of this card because this card's voice summon. This card I only summoned this twice. In fact, both times I didn't even need him.
Would you consider cutting him, or?
Nah, you just need it because it's an Orcust card and it puts back stuff.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes we can just get these 2 and then just put that where they're facing and then in the action zone and then have that. So yeah. And then Dingersu, this card's really good. And then I played Boral Sword because you just kill people. Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Unicorn. I'm having a lot of bad dreams recently, so it's probably because I'm having too much nightmares. Top Level Truxbania. I actually made a massive misplay with this, so it's probably shouldn't have played it, but honestly against backrow decks, if there can only be one, you can just summon this with using Phoenix and something and just make this and oh crap, I die. And then the MVP is Top Level Zoroark. So basically, all you really need to know is that it gains 200 attack for each banished card. But the main reason is because it only requires 2 effect monsters. So unlike the Boral Sword, you can actually just kill people with only using 2 link monsters, which is really powerful. It also has another effect that if you were to summon a monster to where link zone points to, the whole field gets banished and it comes back in summer phase. But that never happened, mainly because I didn't play the Masquerena. Because if you have this and Galatea, and they have a Sunlight Wolf, you can just they go Jack Jagger effect, and then you chain this, make this, and then the Sunlight Wolf. The Jack Jagger will be summoned under the Sunlight Wolf, and then this will banish the board. But
what made you decide not to play IP Masquerena?
Honestly, it just never came up in testing. I know you could just end boards on this, but because I was never ending on the Babel and stuff, when I was just ending on return, this card just never came up. So honestly, and throughout the tournament, I never regretted it. People are probably going to be like, how on earth did you not play this? But yeah, no. I never needed it once in the tournament. And
so you just ended on boards?
I just ended on, all I was doing with Galatea was just getting the return, and then return drawing 2, because I had so many hand traps. I could just draw into hand traps, and then, because I'd have an Orcust set up in the grave, as well as 2 additional cards, so yeah, pretty much that's what I was doing, rather than ending with the Babel and the Crescendo. So
you were basically playing Boral Sword the deck?
I was playing Boral Sword the deck, yes, with Pot of Greed every turn. That's it. Shout outs to Dua Lipa, she's great. I got new tokens and I'll play them. Side deck was actually just really, really trash. 3 evenly matched, like I said earlier, you have such bad time with the back row decks, this card just could come up. It is a bit worrying because obviously they're going to be siding in Lancia, so you have this and they just go Lancia oh, sad. You lose your battle phase, you lose a card, probably lose game. 3 twins, again with the back row decks, you've got to respect them, but I didn't play any, so those cards were bad. And then we played 3 Called by the Grave, which went in about twice, because I opted to go second every time, because I had so many hand traps.
Right.
But this card's like really good against Cinnamon Grape, and honestly, like if they made me start in the mirror matches, then I'd probably side this in, because it's cool negating Heart, but I didn't miss this in the main deck, even though you are just a normal summon deck, really, because I just wanted to have like negators in my deck, rather than and actually do something in their turn, rather than just if I side. 3 Nibiru, this card was asked. I did beat Salad with it, but like I never ever boarded it in against an Orcust deck, because it just like I knew most people were playing around it, and I never got Nibiru once. So yeah, like but possibly this probably should have been DD Crow. And then the actual only good card in the side deck was 3 copies of Lancia, because this card literally says Cold Wave. So, and I heard Cold Wave's a bad card. So yeah. So honestly, side deck was pretty trash, but because I didn't have a lot of cards to side out with, then yeah.
So effectively what you seem to be saying is you don't mind if your plays get interrupted because you're all just playing for your second turn.
Yes, I have so many like I have all the starter cards, and because I have so many hand traps, they really can't play back.
Yeah.
So I mean, you only have 11 cards, but because your deck is full of disruptions, yeah, you can just
Did you even often end with like Babel and access to Dingirsu? Or?
Yeah, sometimes if I'd already gone through return, but most of the, and if I went for the Winder play, I'd always end on the Babel.
Right.
But really, most of the time, I would just go in return. And
do you think this is the best archetype for the format?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Orcust are just really consistent. In fact, I'm surprised that like we never realized during Euros format how good it was, because it's really tearing up the meta right now. So.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, shout out to Alex Epson, because he helped me build the deck, and shout out to Tim Cox, because he's a lad, Mason Hull, Chris Hemmings, Dan Northcott, and everyone else I forgot to say.
Awesome. Congratulations again on the top.
Cheers.